Greetings and welcome to this brand new playthrough series of Distant World Shadows. My game version is 1.9.0.11. Okay, we're going to start a new game this time. I'm going to do things a little bit different. We're going to be actually playing a random game. If you watch my other playthroughs, you know that I start a new game, then I come in and I custom tailor everything to the way I like it. Galaxy size, tech levels, pirate levels, all that kind of stuff. So I think this time around we're going to actually do a random game. And because it's going to be a random game, I'm not making any guarantees whether there's going to be any useful information during this playthrough series. It's by no means a tutorial, let me put it that way. I'm just playing to have fun. I figured I'd fire up the recorder and see what we end up with. This might not even make it up to YouTube, I don't know yet. So in order to start a completely random game, we come into Quick Start instead of New Game. So let's come into Quick Start, and there's a whole bunch of presets here you can actually pick and choose on what kind of game you want to play. But for this purpose, we're going to just select Random. And Random randomizes most elements in the game. There are some constants. First of all, the sector size is always 10 by 10. The tech level seems to always be normal, so you have normal tech cost. Nothing goes expensive or anything. And there's one other one too, I can't quite remember off the top of my head right now. There's another element that's standard as well. I can't remember, but we'll look at that more once we get into the game. So the galaxy size is random, so the number of stars will be random. Again, 10 by 10 sectors is what we usually end up with. Our empire will be random, unless of course we can select which one we want if we care to. But we're just going to leave that random. We'll just take whoever we're dealt. And this is a completely random start, so be ready for surprise is what it says, so yes. And the galaxy shape and size will be random. All our empire attributes will be random, right down to the color of our flags and all that kind of stuff. And all competing empires will be chosen at random too. So, and because my last playthrough series was with the storylines, I'm actually going to disable them for this one. Yeah, we won't bother with those this time. And what else do we need to talk about before we get going here? I'm probably just going to pause the video while the galaxy generates, because depending on how many stars we're going to end up with will depend on how long it takes. So it could be a bit of a lengthy process for my old clunker machine here to process the generation. So I'll probably pause the video while that happens. But other than that, I don't think there's much else to talk to till we get into the game. So I'm just going to end this episode here, and we will see you once we're in. Okay, so our game has generated, and we are going to be the Neres Alliance, and I am once again using Harry 78's extended mod, so this is one of the extended races. And our style of government is democracy, and we have 10 colonies in 7 systems. So right off the bat, that's a game I'm not used to starting. I'm used to starting with 1 planet and coming out from there. To dive in and start with 10 colonies is very challenging for me. So once again, like I said, this is not going to be a tutorial video or gameplay series by any means. We're just going to basically watch me stumble through all this. Victory conditions are random also. We need to achieve 80% of the following. We need 21% of the galactic total for economy, population, and number of colonies in the galaxy. And we start in the classic age. I don't believe that the random generator starts you in pre-warp. I haven't seen that yet, and I don't think it probably does. So you're generally going to start in the classic age for sure. And then a couple things about what to do. So let's just hit start playing, and we will pause for a second. And let's just have a quick look around and see what we're looking at here. Ooh, look at our money. Nice. So we definitely got a good foothold in the galaxy at this point. So let's just maybe zoom out here and have a quick look at what we're dealing with. So we're way down in the bottom corner here. And like I said, the galaxy is generally 10 sectors by 10 sectors. And that seems to be standard in all these random games. Which is sort of a midway point, I guess, for generating a game. Let's see, so we got long-range scanners, I see. What else? Let's just turn off these vector lines for a sec here and have a look at what we're dealing with. So this is us down here, and yeah, let's just have a quick look at our colonies here. Yeah, so we got a fair few colonies. It looks like we're building some stuff here right off the bat, which I don't know whether I want. Backers is probably a good thing. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to want those starting right away. Probably got the cash flow for it. Fortified bunker. Looks like we're going for fortified bunkers everywhere. So our tax rate looks like it's 50% for our biggest worlds. And then it drops to 30 below that. Now there is going to be one thing I'm going to randomize in these games. And I'll just show you what that is right now. Or not randomize, but automate. And that's going to be the ship design. And that was the other element that's common in all these games that I couldn't think of when we were starting up. Is the difficulty is always normal, which is about 2 steps easier than what I usually play at. So in order to add a bit of challenge, I'm just going to let the AI design my ships, and I will work with whatever they deal me. So this playthrough, we're not going to be seeing those huge, massive sessions inside the ship design screen. We're just basically going to let the AI do that for us, and we'll work with that. So that'll add a bit of challenge to it, because the AI is not the best at designing ships. They're adequate, but I definitely go with my own designs normally. So we're going to do that. We can find out how many stars we're dealing with by coming in here and looking at our achievements. Okay, so our galaxy has 382 stars in it. So it's not a huge galaxy, which is good because my machine just probably wouldn't handle a 1440 star count. And we've already got almost 1 million in score, which is, wow. It's almost bigger than my second place victory here. So, yeah. Victory conditions, and we are #1 already. And there's no set year for those to kick in, so they're active right now. Which means if we started with 80%, we just win the game. But I don't think we're going to start with 80% in any of the random rolls here. So we need to have the fewest treaties in the galaxy, start the fewest wars in the galaxy. We got to play this peaceful. All right. Well, if we start one war, maybe that'll be the least amount in the galaxy. Control 33% of ocean colonies and destroy 3 times more enemy ships and bases than you lose. Wow, that's kind of contradictory. Start the fewest wars, but destroy 3 times more enemy ships and bases than you lose. Okay. Well, we'll try for that. And yeah, I'm just going to try for these victories rather than trying for a sandbox type of scenario. So we'll have to work towards those. So we need to colonize lots of ocean. And I'm thinking we might be able to satisfy the destroy 3 times more enemy ships just by being defensive, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. So we know a fair few people already, by the looks of it. And we're sort of top dog there. Yeah, a lot of the beginning of this random play is just looking around to see what you're doing. So it looks like we're not doing too bad initially anyways. Okay, so next thing, let's come in and maybe have a look at our tech levels. Oh, this is going to be fun. We have all the tech. We have absolutely every last piece of tech. Well, except for this last level here, but that gives us 1,500 ship size. But everything else has been researched. Yes, this might be very interesting. And advanced stealth needs to be researched yet. Yes, this might actually be quite interesting. And science appears to be rocking anyways. Rocking good enough for us, and we get 25% bonus for democracy government style. Okay, let's have a look at our finances. Troop maintenance, wow, that's a lot. We generally start with lots of troops in these games, I noticed. So sometimes if I'm in dire straits, I'll disband a bunch of them if I have to. We have 55 military ships, so we'll be able to assemble some fleets right off the bat. And we got some bases and stuff out here too. 3 research stations, probably 1 of each I would think. 3 large spaceports, which I assume are in our largest colonies. Our government is democracy, so we're going to suffer from huge war weariness. Our maintenance costs are going to kill us. Well, plus 20% probably won't kill us, but it'll make things a little more difficult. Troop recruitment, minus 25%. Otherwise, we're pretty good on most other stuff here. So that's not looking too bad. I'm just going to rename this. Just so I know when I'm looking at, that's usually capitalized. When I'm looking at my stats and that, I can quickly pick out who I am. Okay, so we will close that. And keeping in with that, I'm going to actually rename this too. Okay, so, and I think our leader's name should also be changed. Okay. Alright, so let's just have a quick look at what we do have for military here. Oop, wrong tab. Military. Got one resupply ship. And a bunch of escorts, frigates, destroyers. A little bit of everything. Plus troop transports, which have troops on them. A fair few troops, too. Okay, well, let's go look at our troop screen then. So we got a bit of a handle on what our ship situation is. And these are all our troops, and they're costing us 44K. But just looking at the maintenance cost, that's actually not too bad. Now, I've seen these planetary defense cost up to $6,000. And these guys up to like 1,500 or 1,200 or something like that. So we're actually doing not too bad as far as maintenance on our troops. So that's not too bad at all. We got a whole bunch on board. I'm just going to leave those for now. If we find an independent right off the bat, maybe we can go clobber them. Still got some planetary defense being built. Well, let's see what's at our home planet here. Okay, this is everything at our home planet. We already have 3 planetary defense units here. I don't think we're going to need a 4th, so maybe we'll just cancel that one. That one's still being built, so I'll just maybe disband that one. And what happened here? It's giving me all the planets again. Okay. Kind of a bit of an odd thing. Alright, so just wondering if I want 3 of these here. I could save a bit of cash by getting rid of 1 more. And they're green. So yeah, we'll disband you. And we're back to this view again. Okay. If my voice sounds a bit harsh, it's I'm kind of catching a cold here, so just disregard that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to do anything else with those right away. Alright, so let's have a quick look in our home world here. And no, let's go to the screen to do that. Okay, so we're at max, so we don't have to worry about maxing out our home world. We're already at maximum, so we're getting the maximum amount we can get of all our resources and stuff here. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. That's building right now. And we'll garrison you, so that's good for our home world there. And you are plus 3%. There's another planetary defense being, or yeah, that's a planetary defense. So let's disband that as well. And I'll disband that as well. Anything being built right now, I'm just going to disband. Maybe we'll garrison you. And maybe we'll just get rid of that one. I find 3 troops is usually enough. Oop, no, garrison. Usually enough to hold off like their pirate raids, for the most part. And I'll leave that as is. Maybe whip around and pick up those troops if we need to. Okay, so that's looking alright. Now you're at a 4% growth. So I'm thinking I'm going to actually pick one of these planets, and I'm going to actually cancel these two. I'll build those in my own time. Although I wouldn't mind that. I might leave that and maybe just take the bunkers off, because they're $2,000 a year to maintain, so let's take those off for now. It's just, I know right away that my money's going to have problems right off the bat. At least it has in all the other random games I've started. So okay, so we'll get rid of those, and we'll keep Bacchus and Armored Factory. Just wondering if I shouldn't. It's 26% complete. I might keep that one just to have a place to build our armored forces. Now, as far as tax rates and growth, you're at 5 billion. Okay, you're making us pretty good money here. So what I might do is take this place. I'm going to put him at a 0 tax rate, just to get the growth up. I'll select that colony because I want to keep an eye on that initially. And everywhere else, I think I'm just going to leave for now. And we'll come along and we'll maybe max those out one at a time. Like, I'm just going to pick one, max it out, and then reset the taxes, then move to the next one, max it out as far as population and GDP go, and re-enable that and move on that way and sort of get everything built up that way. But it's good that our home planet is maxed out already. We don't have to do that. Okay, so yeah, this first episode's pretty much going to be me sort of booting around trying to figure out what to do first here. Yeah, like I said, as far as ship designs, I'm not going to worry about it, other than I need to actually reset these. Yeah, so let's just select all designs. I want these to be all automatically upgraded, the designs, so I'm just going to put all those to automatic. I could have swore I did this already in another game, but I guess maybe I have to do it. Okay, and now retrofit column. For the most part, I don't want my, actually just leave that at all designs. My state ships, I don't want those automatically retrofitting. I want to do that manually myself. So I'm going to put these on manual retrofit. And the same thing with my state bases. I'm going to put those on a manual retrofit as well. But my private ships will be automatic, and my private bases will also be automatic. Yeah, we'll automatically upgrade those. So that's how, excuse me, that's how that's going to work. Basically, the AI will add any new tech, which we're not going to get. We already know all the tech, so I'm going to leave that out automatic. Things, just because we know all the tech, things probably aren't going to happen in here. This is probably going to be a final design for everything. But we will definitely pick the time to retrofit our ships. We'll do that manually. Okay, so let's just have another look out here. So we're all down in this corner. Okay. Alright. So if the interface looks a bit smaller or bigger or whatever the case may be when you're looking at this on the YouTube video, it's because I've resized my window. I found the more that YouTube has to resize, the more fuzzy everything gets. So I'm trying to stick to these 1280 by 720 as close as I can for recording. And that way YouTube doesn't have to stretch things out too much or shrink them down or whatever. You lose a lot of clarity in that situation. Okay, so I guess maybe we'll just start up for a minute here. And actually I want to do, just select that colony. I'm going to bookmark this colony with a Control 0, so I just have to hit the 0 key to come back to it. So 0 tax, 3%. I don't know whether that's kicked in any. I think I have to wait for that to actually hit the new value. So we'll let that run. I gotta figure out where all my military is at the moment. Okay, everybody's cruising around, starting up to do whatever they do, I guess. And like I said, yeah, this is a completely different start for me. I've tried a couple games like this and fell flat on my face, so I'm not holding too much hope as far as a victory here. And there comes all the pirates. And our cash flow did take a dip because we took that one planet off, which we'll check on again. There we go, 18% growth. So I'm just going to let that go until we max out. And then we'll reset the taxes, and then we'll move on to the next big planet. Okay, so we're not doing too bad. It's a good thing I disbanded all those troops, or that would be weighing on us. Oh, what was that message? I'm just going to pause here for a sec. A lot of stuff does happen all at once when you start at this level. The Mercador Planetary Defense Fortress. Okay, so everybody's trying to build wonders right now. And actually, I should be doing the same. Ooh, and look at them all. Okay, well, I only have 59,000 in cash to work with here, so I'm going to have to be very, very selective on what I build. Trader's Bazaar. Money, that's always a good one. Trade Guild, which I can't afford right now, so maybe I'll go for the Trader's Bazaar. It's 50 grand gone though, but oh well. We will get that going, and that will help our money in a bit if we get it. And that's another thing about starting at this level is everybody's racing for that stuff. And speaking of which, maybe we'll get something going here as well. So you're building that. Okay, that's fine. How about here? Can we get another facility going here? Maybe a research. That's a high tech. Well, actually, research is pretty much done. So why? There's no point in actually investing in research. I'm out of money anyway, so. Yeah, so building those research places probably isn't going to be, it's probably going to be a waste of money considering we know everything. Okay, so let's see, what else can we do? Okay, let's just pause for a sec. One thing I do want to do right now is rename my explorers. Just so I know if it's an explorer being attacked or not. So I'm just going to put a little star in front of all these just for the moment. Okay. So now we'll be able to tell if it's an explorer being attacked. Now I'm going to leave those on auto. They're on auto explorer right now, or automated. So I'm going to leave those automated. Construction ships. Let's just maybe have a look at our resources here. Looks like we do have some zeros. A couple zeros, so yeah, I think what I'll do is take those off automation and just control them for now. So I'm just going to cancel the automation on all those, and then we'll get our resources together. Okay. Now, one other thing I want to look at is colonizable planets. And we do have some, and we can colonize all types. We have the tech to do everything. And I see there's chromium and carbon fiber and polymer there. So what I will do, if I can afford it, is we will get a colony ship, and I can't afford it. Well, that sucks. I spent all my money. Okay, well, hopefully that'll come up. So hopefully we'll get over 12 grand here, and then we'll quickly build a colony ship, and we'll get that going. There's 10 grand. Okay, and there we go. So we'll come back into our home world, and we will start a colony ship. Okay, so that'll get that going. Doesn't look like we have too much to colonize anyway, so there's one more here, which is where? Way over here. So we could come out and colonize that one, I guess. Okay, so we'll carry on. And that pretty much does me in for money. And our cash flow just took a huge dump too. So something kicked in here. And we'll check on our planet again. So 5.8 billion. 32. Okay, we'll just keep coming back to that. And we're starting to explore some more potential colonies, but they're too far away. Now that's random as well, how far away we can settle. And we got a space slug in here. Where is the space slug? Ooh, there's lots of space slugs in here. That's a ton of space slugs. And that's pretty bad shape, that mining station that's been abandoned. I can see why. And I see we have mining ships over here too, so we should maybe get a fleet together. And we don't have to build one, we can just use our existing military to pull some ships together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is maybe start down here. I won't put any transports in this particular fleet, but we will take, say, 3 cruisers, a couple carriers, say 4 destroyers, 4 frigates, and maybe we'll just leave the escorts go. Maybe we'll go a couple more frigates there, and we'll throw those into a fleet. And we will take the automation off. I don't know whether I need to do this individually or not, but probably not. Yeah, I'm guessing not. I'm probably wasting time doing this. Oh, well. Okay, so let's come out here. And there's our first fleet, which I will rename to the first assault fleet. Okay. So the problem right now is that fleet is probably scattered everywhere. So what I'm going to do is just get you to move to our home world for now. I'll throw the vector lines back on. I don't know whether maybe they are all in here. They're usually scattered all over Hell's Half Acre, but it looks like a fair few of them right now. Looks like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Yeah, you're way out here somewhere. Yeah, so they'll start assembling, but look at the speed of them, 36,250. Wow. I don't start with all the tech very often, so this is going to be very cool. Okay, let's look at our neighbors. I don't know where they are. Okay, so those guys are up here. They're over there. So those are our 2 closest neighbors, and the other 2 we don't know where they are. Okay, so let's just have a quick look here. They got 20,000 in military strength. We have 113,000, so we're doing quite a bit better than them. They have 11 colonies. We have 10, so they're about matched there. Just don't know where they are. Okay, did either one of these have anything? No. I was just looking for better spies, but it doesn't look like any of those have better spies. Okay, so with that in mind, we'll come over into our character screen. We will grab you, and you're good for counterintelligence, so we'll just maybe see if we can't. See where the, no, I forget which ones I'm looking for here. Hang on. So let me pop back in here. Yeah, this is not going to be a streamlined gameplay whatsoever. I'm just going to be bopping around trying to figure stuff out for most of it. I know it. So whether I impart any wisdom during all this, probably not. So free, secure, and utopia. We'll maybe try and find out where they are. Okay, that's fine. What is it? It's an abandoned cruiser. Alright, interrupt my train of thought. And you just join our first assault. And we'll take the automation off you, that's fine. Now, what was I doing? I was coming in to look at our characters. Intelligence, right. And we're going to try the Securans. And we will see if we can get your galaxy map. And how long is that going to take you? 79% for a year. Who was the other one? It was these guys. Let's see how long it'll take, or what. 79, so it's standard, I guess. They're actually quite big. I think I'd rather know where they are, so maybe we'll try that. And we'll see if we lose our intelligence agent over that. Okay. Holy cow, that's out there. Okay, maybe I don't want you in my... Okay, leave that fleet. I was going to put him in my first assault, but he's way too far away. I'll just fly with what I have here. Okay. So I need to get in here and slug some slugs. Wow, look how fast they move. I'm so used to starting in the pre-warp and everything's so ultra slow. Okay, let's see what kind of havoc we're going to wreak here. And that's done. Well, might as well finish that off. Alright. And just return to homeworld, I guess, for now, until we figure out what to do next. Okay. New empire. Abandoned base required, so let's go investigate that. Oh, we've already investigated it, so we aborted and taken control, so let's go have a look at that. And you're in the middle of a mine field, or a asteroid field, with slugs. What are you mining? I have no idea what I'm mining here. Where is it? See if it's worth keeping first of all. I just don't know whether it's mining anything, that's the thing. And it's probably costing us 1,200 in maintenance. So if it's not mining anything, then there's no point in keeping it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any cargo. Well, I'm going to get rid of it. So we'll just retire. And I see my money just took a big crap. So let's have a look here. Facility maintenance 2K. So ship and bait. I know what's happened. We've got inflation going on, probably big time. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff inflated. Is steel inflated? That's the big one. Steel isn't inflated, but everything else is starting to. Chromium's inflated, iridium's inflated. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of inflation going on here. So we got to get going in acquiring resources, and it looks like we got some stuff ready to go here. Got 3 construction ships ready to go. So let's come into the planner. And we'll see what we need. Pretty much everything. So maybe we'll just see what's close. And we'll sort by distance. Do we have silicon? Ooh, we got 1, and it's not inflated, so maybe we'll just leave that for the moment. Now, iridium and lead. Starting to inflate, or is inflated. Lead, where's lead? Lead isn't. So iridium is inflated. So maybe we'll do one of those. That'll get us a bit more steel as well. Okay, and what else we got here? How are we doing? We're probably on hydrogen for our fuel source. We got 8 Kevlar, I see. Hydrogen, we got 8. So we're good for fuel. Well, somewhat good, I guess. It is inflated a bit, but we won't worry so much about that. Tidarius, Aculon. There's Tidarius. Okay, won't go for that. And Aculon. I did see a source, but it wasn't a very good one. Okay, we'll do it this way. Yeah, it's not a very good source. What's this one? That one's not bad. Alright, we'll go for that one. And I'm guessing we need necrostone. It is inflated. So maybe we'll go for the next one. And we'll get that one as well. Oh, I'm out of construction ships. Okay, well, next time. Okay, and speaking of next time, we're at our half hour. Beyond our half hour, actually. Yeah, so things are going to be quite interesting. Generally, there's an early war. Somebody will get aggressive here, I've noticed in these games. I've played maybe 3 or 4 of these random games. So I'm not overly familiar on how we can get started, but oops, wrong screen. But we'll see how it goes. And we're number 1. Wow, 60% on our way there already. This might be a short playthrough. But it doesn't take much to knock you out at first place. And I have no achievements yet. Okay, so that's kind of where we're standing right now. And we haven't done a whole lot yet. So military we're actually really good on, which is perfect. And that's probably what's costing us so much money right now with all the inflation. Well, I will look at that one planet again. Okay, we're at 6.2 billion people, still at 18%, so that is growing. So we'll let that go, and we'll hopefully max that out shortly. Ocean planets, I think they max out early. What was our... that was maxed out. I guess some people have migrated. Yeah, it's about 15 billion, I think, for ocean planets. So that'll actually come along soon, I think. So we'll work towards that. And yeah, well, we're up and running, and we'll see how far we get on this. And once again, don't take this as any kind of tutorial or how-to video. This is just me sort of screwing around for the day. So maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe it won't be. We'll see if it even gets posted to YouTube. Anyways, thanks for joining me. We'll catch you next time.